Do you remember why you hated Cyberpunk? Was the game truly that bad, or were people just jumping on the bandwagon of hate because it was cool at the time? I could talk about the game as it is now. It runs amazingly. Most glitches have pretty much disappeared. NPC density has increased to make areas feel more alive. New gigs and missions have been added to help flesh out the game world. But I'm not going to do that because those things don't show the one major issue I have with this game. The people that played it. Or rather, the exact opposite. Allow me to explain. The real problem was the people that dogpiled on the game by making and watching numerous glitch compilations and spewing their opinion all over the internet about how bad the game is without even playing through half of it. People are more likely to tell you about a bad experience than a good one, and most people could only see bad when this overhyped game first came out.
Wake the fuck up and Sunday night.
This game was so incredibly overhyped that no matter what product we were given at release, it would have been a disappointment for most people compared to the success of The Witcher 3. However, if you didn't fall into the hype and just played the game that we were given like it were any other with no expectations, you would have been rewarded with an incredible game that far exceeds even the potential that most games have that come out today. On release, this game got the most hate of any game I'd ever seen. We've seen a lot of games come out recently and get hate. Think Forspoken, Redfall, Gollum. But this was different. Cyberpunk was being made fun of like it was a brand new Fallout game. Like, really? Is this game really like this game? And I know what you're thinking. Cyberpunk had tons of problems on release. You're cherry picking. And you'd be right. Kind of. Cherry picking is exactly what all of the glitch compilations were doing at the time. There weren't glitches hiding around every corner waiting to ambush you. They were few and far between. I experienced very few glitches or crashes on my original playthrough, which lasted 70-ish hours, that I beat just over a week after the game came out. I couldn't stop playing and experiencing all the game had to offer, like the side quests. The side quests in this game are so good. The dialogue with characters, each random side job you find, all of the major side quests talking Judy, Panam, Kerry, River. Specifically, when you get part of the way through the game and get contacted by the Peralezes. This might be my favorite side quest in any game I've ever played. And I guess CDPR just makes good side quests because The Witcher 3, another game known for quality quests, had my favorite side quest before this one. There is some Alex Jones level conspiracy going on here, and unraveling it is awesome.
Nicotine's a substance.
Jefferson has never smoked.
Really? Could have sworn I've seen him smoking.
Jeff? No, never.
I could honestly dedicate a whole video just to this side quest. Not every character is amazing. Some are forgettable. Not every conversation is perfect. But when that dialogue hits and the music swells...
The guy who saved my life.
V, you don't know how much I want that to be true.
Man! This game's pretty good. When Keanu Reeves was first announced as being in this game, it would be easy to assume that he would just be another celebrity cash grab cameo like we've seen for so many other games more and more in recent time. These heartless performances given by celebrities that feel so out of place in an industry that used to run on passion. Like you. Come on, You don't care about games. But as you play through the game and see his portrayal of the character, it becomes more and more apparent that no one could have performed the role other than him. The way he delivers his lines and rants about Arasaka, this speech in particular, is so good.
V, I've declared war not because capitalism's a thorn in my side or out of nostalgia for an America gone by.
I want to let that whole thing play out, but if I did that for every moment that I thought was as good as this one, we'd be here all day.
If I need your body, I'll fuck it.
You can ride a roller coaster with Johnny, go to his grave, get his car. You don't just feel Keanu's passion, you feel Johnny Silverhand's passion. Even when he's simply appearing in the background, when he isn't the subject of conversation, he has an impact, just because you know what his character means to this story. He's abrasive and brash, yet still charismatic, not to mention his impressive character arc. Your first meeting with him is so aggressive, you think to yourself, man, I hate this guy. Then, by the end of the game, you're like,
Just promise me one thing, asshole. You won't forget me.
God damn it.
Like that. You like getting your ass beat, huh?
Combat is not the most complex, but the guns are cool, the customization is cool, there's a ton of build variety, the Netrunner build specifically is very cool, make someone's head explode, obliterate someone's organs from 3 rooms away through a wall, sit across the street while enemies panic, go into every combat situation with a non-lethal approach but give everyone brain damage anyway. Just absolutely take it to that one NPC that you've wanted to kill every time that you've interacted with them. There's just enough variety so that when you get an upgrade for either weapons or cyberware, it feels meaningful. And the whole time you're fighting, you get to jam to the amazing OST.
We lost everything! We had to pay the price! Yeah, we lost everything! We had to pay the price!
To be honest, most of the songs I don't listen to, but that's because there's such a wide variety of music genres in this game that not every song is my type of beat. Despite that, every single song fits, and that's good because music plays a much larger role in this game than it does in other games. Most of the time, music is tertiary to whatever gameplay experience it is that you're having, and sure, it can enhance or make an experience truly memorable, but here it's more of a main theme. Almost every song in this game is performed by real artists pretending to be fake artists making real music for this fake world. The line between game and reality is so blurred to the point that the fake... Oh, hey, was I losing you there? Hold on, let's get this on ya.
Diving in 3, 2, 1.
Cyberpunk 2077's impressively
Whoops, that might have been the wrong one, but no, I got the right one right here. Yeah, that should keep you busy. No matter what you're doing, the soundtrack goes hard. There's badass music that you just want to relax to, music that fills you with a sense of dread, songs that make you drop whatever you're doing while you wait for them to finish. Every song is different, and the variety is what makes them stand out. Night City is the city of variety. It has everything you could ever want. Rock stars, the strongest taxi cab ever constructed, Hideo Kojima but cool, the best insurance ever on vehicle replacements, the most iconic radio host ever.
Good morning, Night City!
3 mouths? Sure, why not? Milfgard? No, but seriously, Night City is the best fictional city I have ever explored because the world building in this game is so great. And sure, CDPR didn't just conjure this up out of thin air, Cyberpunk being based on the 1988 tabletop RPG of the same name created by Mike Pondsmith. They still had to bring these words on paper to life. They had a lot of work to do to create these environments, these characters, and they nailed it. Everything about the world just feels right. Like it would be weird if it was any other way. A dust storm can just roll in and completely change the visuals even when you're in the middle of the city. Flying cars? The fact that they exist is never brought up. They're just a part of this world, the characters never question it, and neither do you. It's like that for a lot of things in this game. The way you just get plopped down in the center of the city in the middle of a story so much larger than you. It makes the city seem like it wasn't just created so you could explore it. The way the history of the world is in place feels like it was there long before you ever came around, and it'll continue to be around long after you're gone. This city is the culmination of your whole life, but to the city, you're just another insignificant speck of sand on a beach. The city is a gateway to amazing things, but it'll swallow you whole if you're not careful. There is no way that I can talk about this story and do it justice in a short recap, but I'll try. This game is kinda depressing. This game picks you up by your boots, beats the hell out of you, tosses you in the dirt, spits on you, kicks you while you're down, gives you this cool car. Then, just when you think you've made it out, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You get dragged back and thrown off a building. The story in this game is so beautifully bittersweet. Story beats have such a devastating impact. There are these large-scale set pieces that are heavily contrasted by the quiet, intimate moments. Johnny is the driving force behind the game, but that doesn't mean he's the only influential character. If Jackie didn't plug the lean chip into your head, none of this would have happened. Every choice you make, every person you meet can influence the journey, but the destination remains the same. It'll always end with you and the only other person who actually knows what you're going through. The ending, at least the one I believe to be the true ending, where Johnny keeps your body, leaves you with this melancholic sense of longing. Or is it anemoia? It doesn't feel great, but come on, were you expecting a happy ending? In this city?
Wrong city. Wrong people.
It would be a crime to make this video and not just quickly mention Cyberpunk Edgerunners. This anime introduced so many people to the idea of Cyberpunk and allowed them to experience the incredible journey that is this game. And for good reason. The anime was fantastic. My only gripe with it is that something like this had to come out for people to get a slap in the face and hear, hey, you know that game that came out 2 years before this anime? Well, it's just as good. It took so long for people to give this game a second chance, but hey, better late than never, I guess. It's not perfect, and it isn't the greatest game of all time, but I think now, finally closing in on almost 3 years after launch, with the very exciting upcoming DLC, people are starting to give this game the appreciation it always deserved. It wasn't a buggy, unplayable mess on release. The amount of hate this game got was unwarranted. There's someone out there that thinks Cyberpunk was the worst game ever, but can't wait for the next Bethesda or Ubisoft slop. Did it have glitches? Sure, but when did gamers start only playing perfect games? Ah, no, my immersion, it's gone! Every game has glitches, and for the people that think every game should be glitchless that comes out nowadays because the standards for gaming should be so much higher, understand, you're stupid, and I hate you. Oh, but games never used to have glitches like this. They kinda did. And games used to run on 3 lines of code and a couple AA batteries. The game has only gotten better, and it looks like it's gonna keep getting better. I can't wait for Phantom Liberty to come out in a couple months and make this video completely redundant.